Welcome back, JAGs. I'm Jordan York. Today we have information for students looking at colleges about FAFSA. We'll look at AP tests and their importance. We'll take a dive into who's hiring, and we'll meet the new debate teacher. This is JAG TV. Students who are in need of loans, grants, and work-study opportunities, the window to FAFSA is going through a soft launch. Lily and Madison tell us more.
The second semester is packed with crucial deadlines for seniors in completing the FAFSA. The form that helps seniors get money for college is one of the most due items.
FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid. And it's really crucial because it helps determine your eligibility for federal and state financial aid programs.
Navigating FAFSA's process has been a little bit more difficult this year than anticipated. FAFSA will consider the incomes of students, parents, and step-parents as they determine what students need.
I think that it's frustrating because a lot of kids use FAFSA to help them with their college because not everybody can afford to get in, and having that financial aid is very important.
There are many resources on campus to help students fill out the FAFSA form.
So we have a lot of resources. We also partner with the San Antonio Educational Partnership, and Miss Denise Perez is here every other Monday, and she comes to our Career Center and she can help students walk them through how to apply for the FAFSA and things like that. She's very helpful.
From JAG TV, this is Madison Sparks.
Since summer is less than 6 months away, now is the perfect time to find a job. Abigail has more on the pros and cons of part-time jobs and how to prepare for interviews.
Working during the school year has many benefits. Students are able to gain job experience before they enter the workforce full-time and make some extra money. Through the co-op program, students leave campus early to go to work.
They are receiving school credit, so when they leave for the day, it's not like senior early release. They are actually leaving and saying that they are available to work. And in class, that's where they learn all of the soft skills that they aren't necessarily taught at work.
When picking places to apply, finding a job related to your end goal can help you network.
But if they, for example, know, I want to be an RN, ideally to place them at a doctor's office doing administrative work would be wonderful.
If you have a place in mind, check out their website. Many companies have online applications and will call you in for an interview later. Once you have your interview date set, there are steps you can take to improve your chances.
Depending on where you're doing an interview, I would dress as professionally as possible. I would bring a copy of your resume with you for sure.
And we prepare them with an entire unit in interview skills.
But getting a part-time job comes with a lot of responsibility. Balancing school and work is a challenge many students are faced with.
I want to make sure that they understand that school comes first and that they're not going to commit to a work schedule that won't work with their school schedule.
However, there are many benefits to working in high school. Having work experience could set apart your resume from others. Additionally, different companies give out scholarships to their employees.
For example, Starbucks, Chipotle, Sam's Club, they all offer scholarships to their employees to find out if there are any possibilities for scholarships. It might require the student to work more hours.
Especially the larger companies. They'll do maybe like a tuition reimbursement.
For JAG TV, this is Abigail Henning.
According to a recent report from the New York Times, more students are taking AP tests, but overall scores are dropping. So is it really worth taking the AP tests this year? Bennett investigated to see if this trend holds true on our campus.
As students make their course selections for next year, they will be weighing AP courses against other options.
The benefits would be a lot less time that you have to spend in college, and all of the money that you're saving is really, to me, the biggest benefit. And I think it's a little easier as far as time management, because right now I think students are used to the time management. In college it's a totally different workload, and you're not quite used to that yet because you don't know what to expect. So now would be the time to take those classes if you can.
And while that's what most people understand about the benefits of taking AP tests, some students are finding there's another way to look at it.
I am taking those exams just because there's no way for me to get the credit otherwise for college, but I'm not taking the calculus exam because I'm going into engineering, and so the school that I'm going to doesn't accept the AP credit for that. I'll have to take it anyway, so it would be a waste.
According to the New York Times, while schools are pushing more students to sit for AP tests, that doesn't mean more students are earning the credit.
So this year we have over 1,200 students registered to take AP exams and almost 2,500 exams. Usually students score a 3 or higher. We have a pretty good percentage. Last year we had great scores. Our AP teachers are amazing and they prepare them really well for the exam.
Last year, 1,079 students took AP exams on campus, and a little over 80% of those students scored a 3 or higher. And according to counseling, there's still value in sitting for an AP test even if your score won't earn you credit.
Well, I think that even if a student doesn't traditionally test well, and some students just don't test well, I think that you should still attempt the exam just because you have a lot of knowledge that, is being given to you throughout the year. You're learning a lot of things in that subject matter. And, if you, for $40, if you take it and happen to pass, and, you might do better than you think. So I think that all students should at least attempt it.
In the meantime, teachers look to the AP tests to guide their classes.
The hardest thing about the AP exam, in my opinion, are the essays. So I kind of structure how their course goes around them learning the different types of essays that they have to write. They already come in knowing a good amount about argument, which is good because that's one of the discourses that they go over, but it's kind of like rhetorical analysis. We start off with, we do a little bit of argument, we do synthesis, and then by that time they're like AP prepping.
From the counseling office, this is Bennett Brownell for JAG TV.
AP tests will start in May, with more information coming from your teachers and counselors. After a previous semester with no debate teacher or coach, debate classes are getting a new teacher, Jacob Everett. Aubrey and Elijah spoke to students in debate about how having a teacher is a big relief.
The debate classes on campus have been without a teacher for the past semester, changing the amount of resources available for students in the debate program.
Yeah, it was really hard navigating tournaments and trying to qual for TFA state, or even going to not really have that direction because we didn't have a coach.
We haven't really been able to make the best use of the debate class to drill, to learn new, to prepare for tournaments.
Tournaments were kind of sucky. I don't know, the team was still vibing, but we just didn't have a lot of experience without a coach.
That changed this semester with latest hire Jacob Everett, recent Texas State grad.
So I've coached a couple of different teams just throughout the years. I've worked with different debate camps, different high schools. Whenever I was student teaching, I was also working with debate teams.
Now that we do have a coach, we have a lot more unity, and I feel like the team has gotten a lot better as well, in the past tournament.
Having an experienced debate teacher is going to help students looking to improve their skills or in search of guidance.
Our new teacher is pretty experienced in debate, and so for the first time we're doing drills in class and lectures in class, and I think all the debaters are getting better because of our coach, and I think that's good for the program.
I started debate in high school, absolutely fell in love with it, decided that I wanted to spend the rest of my life doing it as I started competing throughout college, and made it happen.
It's really exciting. I feel like we finally have lessons and we have a lot of ways to actually improve, and I feel like we also have a lot more conversations about debate, and it's not only an independent activity, but it's kind of more of a community now that we do have that teacher.
I definitely think we'll be doing a lot more stuff in class. Recently we have not been very productive with the classwork we're doing, but now we have been starting to get to know more about debate.
Well, I'm hoping to get a couple of state quals this year, and then next year it's going to be all about getting those TFA points, getting them qualified for state, hopefully getting a couple of national bids, and then maybe even sending a few to Nats if we can.
For JAG TV, this has been Aubrey Warmke.
Next up, it's JAG Sports with updates from basketball and soccer. And if you can believe it, game pitching. Here's Ethan with JAG Sports.
What's up, Jags? This week we have updates from the field and the court, including a quick interview with two of the JAG standouts. This is JAG Sports. First up, let's head to the court. The teams took on Churchill in the second round of district play last weekend. The Chargers got the best of the Jags this time around, with the boys falling in a heartbreaking 70-69 loss, and the girls suffered a 60-55 loss as well. Both teams look to rebound from key district losses and will take on the Brandeis Broncos starting tomorrow, with the girls taking the lead at 5:30 at Blossom. The boys will meet the Broncos Saturday morning at 9 a.m. also at Blossom. But before we move on to some other sports, we invited junior Ian Rizzo and senior King Johnson to the studio to talk about the season so far.
2K. You know, I stay be in the gym 24/7, so.
Hey, effort is everything. Hard work.
100%.
Effort. Enthusiasm. Telling them mistakes. You're gonna make. Hey, pick it up. You see that? You see how these young bucks listen to me?
Dude, I'm clapping you, bro. We just know how to like face adversity, come back from it, and like move on and try to go get those other wins.
And we never lost. We beat ourselves. We don't lose. We learn.
We don't lose. We learn.
We learn. Intense minutes, 4 points. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Me, 25 plus every game. So.
Yeah, I say me, but I get like 13 steals. I'm chilling.
As a team, we got to get back on that winning track, and we gonna make playoffs. You hear that, JAG TV? We gonna make playoffs.
Keep that. We gonna keep that energy. Keep it rocking. Rock the boat. Rock the boat. Rock the boat. And we're gonna put a K on it.
Always put a K on it. Put a K on it.
Speaking of the season, our soccer players took on Churchill this past Friday. The boys' match ended in a draw with the Chargers 2-2, and the girls brutalized Churchill 8-0. Both teams will take on the Brandeis Broncos at Dub Ferris Athletic Complex, with the girls starting at 5 and the boys starting at 7. Finally, Emmanuel Pearson signed to bowl with UTSA this week, and so far the team has picked up about $4,000 in scholarship money this season. That's all for this week, Jag. See you next time with more Jag action.
Getting braces is one of those things that you probably don't want, but know that you need. These days, however, students have a choice. Danny Butler has that story.
Senior Leanna Rapata is finally having to reckon with the rite of passage that waits for all teenagers: braces.
I've only had them for like a week, and it's fun choosing the color, but then after, like, it hurts. The first week, like, there's food in your teeth like every single second.
Ask any high schooler and they all have their own memories about wearing braces.
It was tough. I wouldn't wear the bands, so they stayed on like extra long, and the brackets would break, and I would have to like redo it, and it wasn't good.
It was good. It wasn't as bad as everybody made it seem. It didn't really hurt as bad. People over-exaggerated.
It really wasn't that bad. I guess it was just hard wearing like, what are they called? The bands. And like when I would get them tightened, it would hurt really bad.
But now teens are finding out that they have a choice. Permanent metal braces aren't the only option for straightening teeth.
I've had Invisalign since August 23, so it's been a few months now. I did have the choice, and they were like, just like think about it, consider which one you want, and I chose the Invisalign.
It's hard, like remembering, like, oh, like I have to put it in, like after you eat, you have to like, put it in, and then before you eat, you have to take it out, and it's still a lot. But it's better. It doesn't hurt as bad.
I feel like it would have been about the same, but I feel like with Invisalign you have like a little bit more freedom, because like you can eat whatever you want, and with braces you can't just like take them off and then, you're kind of just stuck with them.
But to enjoy that kind of freedom, you also need discipline.
I feel like braces kind of like force it, and like Invisalign I would probably like forget or not do it.
I had the option to do Invisalign, but I feel like I wouldn't keep up with it because it's a lot of like on and off.
For people with Invisalign, like just keep it on for 22 hours. I promise it's not that bad. If you're not like used to how it feels, you'll get used to it after like 2 or 3 days.
For JAG TV, this is Danny Butler.
For more updates before our next show, be sure to follow us on Instagram at JAG Student Media or on YouTube at JAG TV. That's all for this week. See you next time, Jags.